Good morning, friends, and welcome to My Left Ear. I'm Carrie Freeman, the writer, producer, director of My Left Ear. This is a liberal YouTube channel, but today I'm not going to talk politics because my faithful viewers are interested in how my cat, Petey, is doing. And Petey is often up here, right here on the desk as my co-host, but he fell ill, as some of you know. So I'm just here to give you a report. It's good news. So let me just look at my notes so I can remember what I want to share with you. He might be released today, but he's not home yet. And this is the 9th of December. So I finally pulled myself together today, and I look normal, but I look like a wreck the last 3 days because this came down on Saturday morning. So the first thing I want to tell you is my left ear alerted me that something may happen with Petey. And I didn't really recognize fully that it was a message and a warning. I thought I was just thinking in a very practical way. And the same exact thing happened earlier this year with my car. My car's been great, but I started to think, I bet my mechanic of 20 years is retiring. And the message was, you need to find another mechanic, like before you have a problem. And so I looked around and researched, and I found a great mechanic right near my house. I went over and interviewed them. They were just great, I could tell. So then 10 days later, my car stopped in the middle of the freeway. It just stopped. And I was able to get it going again. And I thought, well, that was weird. And then it stopped on La Brea Avenue, which is a big avenue in Hollywood. And I thought, no, there's something really wrong here. So then I called the new mechanics because I had met them, interviewed them, and they said, bring it in right away. So and there were problems that got fixed. But this was the same thing with Pete this past week, where I started to think, based on having a lot of cats in my life, I thought, Pete is so healthy. I've been very lucky. The whole 4 years now, not one problem with him. He eats well, he drinks well, he eliminates well, he's healthy, he's happy. And then Saturday morning, all hell broke loose. Now they tell me that this kind of urinary infection is working on them before it even shows up, where you really notice something. And that's what it seemed to happen. But also with cats, they can just flip overnight. And a lot of you have been writing me, and a lot of you have cats, you know about cat behavior, blah, blah, blah. So the first thing I noticed is that the night before he got struck down, he didn't sleep with me. And that's very unusual. I would say 98% of the time, he comes to bed. And if he doesn't come to bed, he comes to bed at 4:30 in the morning and wakes me up, because I will have, as you know, I will have insomnia. And he just shows up, he gets on the bed, and then he wants to cuddle and kiss and smooch, and he wants some food. But he didn't come to my bedroom that morning. So I came out, and he was curled up in a ball. And that was the reason the other day when I did a video that I didn't bother him, because he just looked like he needed the sleep. And some of you said, where's Petey? But I still didn't pick up. He was acting weird. I thought he was walking kind of strange, like he was uncomfortable. I went to his litter box and there was poop, but there was nothing wet. And then he followed me into the bedroom, as you know, he's got a lot of Maine Coon in him, and they like to be in the same room with their mommy or daddy or caretaker. And so he followed me into the bedroom, and I'm watching him, and he gets on the bed, and I went, oh no, because I saw the position. He was trying to pee on my bed. So I, no, and I got him on the floor, and the bed was dry. So I thought, oh, I don't think he can pee. And when I came out of the bedroom, he hissed at me, which Pete is like the sweetest cat on the planet, and he never hisses. He hissed once when a stray cat found its way into my apartment in the middle of the night, and then he had a fit, and they had a big fight, and Petey wasn't hurt, and we chased that cat out onto my porch and out of our lives. I called the local vet. They said we're all booked up. They gave me 2 or 3 phone numbers of emergency vets. Everybody was booked up. My third phone call was the place I ended up, Encino Pet Hospital. Encino is a suburb, maybe around 15, 20 minutes from me. And so I ran over with him, and all the way to the hospital, he just yelled in the car. He was just in a lot of pain, and it was unbearable. And I was driving, and I said, no, you do not have a heart attack on me. We need to get to the vet. I mean, I talked to him. And so we did get to the vet, got into the room right away. A vet tech came out, this big burly man named Moses, covered in tattoos, super nice, came in and took the history and and he said, this is what it sounds like, and we're going to go do these tests. He was absolutely fantastic, because both Moses, the tech, and the veterinarian were so communicative with me about everything. And I just had never been treated that well. And I've had a lot of cats. I just couldn't believe how efficient and nice and kind everybody was and is. So, they took him away. They took him in the back. I said goodbye to him, and they had a lot of tests to do on him. And I'm gonna look at my notes here. So I told you about how I got out to the pet hospital. I do know that the male cats will have these issues. And it depends, so here's the update. I'm not gonna make you wait. Petey has crystals in his urine. He does not have stones, which is such good news. And the crystals are the type of crystals that are very treatable. Lucky for us. And the truth is, I asked the doctor, I said, can a cat that's untreated and in so much pain have a heart attack? Oh yeah. And they can die. So this is very serious. He did not have a heart attack, but that's what I was worried about. Very painful to hear him, crying and distressed and blah, blah, blah. So they gave me an estimate for what they were going to do, and it was, for me, astronomical, but pretty much in keeping with other vets. So they didn't gouge me. It's just very expensive to get treated these days and go through all these tests. So that made me sick. And I thought, how am I ever going to pay for this? And, blah, blah, blah. And so I dropped him off. So Saturday he went in, and here's the beautiful thing. These people kept texting me. They sent me pictures. There was another vet tech who comes in the evening, and this vet tech I hadn't even met, but I was getting late night texts and photographs. And of course he was wearing a cone, and he had a catheter, thing. But Petey got the catheter messed up. So the doctor had to come in on Sunday and put him under anesthesia again and reattach the catheter. All went well. All went well. It's been very quiet around here. It's empty. I miss him. So you all know that. And the doctor, who I think might be Indian, I have to ask him, is Dr. Farahani, I think. The nicest, kindest, most patient, gentle man. I mean, OMG. And every time I talk to him on the phone, just so impressed. Young too, like, you know, maybe 40, I'm thinking. So I'm telling you about, I'm looking at everything, kindness abounded, and now, so I'm just saying, Pete was poked, prodded, given anesthesia, x-rays, blood work, urine culture, catheter, and ketamine. I did not know. Well, I guess it's a horse tranquilizer. So they gave him ketamine to keep him relaxed and keep that catheter installed. And what they do is they wait for all that stream in the catheter to get very clear. No blood, no crystals. And as of this morning, they took the catheter out, and they're wanting to make sure he will go pee on his own. And I think he will. He made fans there. I ended up telling the night vet tech that Petey was a little bit of a mini star on YouTube, and he loved that. And I sent a picture of Petey hosting with me, and that was fun. So I feel much better, and I was really just kind of led to these perfect people. I mean, I don't even know if I'd go anywhere else now. It just was so impressed with everyone, even the receptionist, everybody. And I've told a few animal owners, I go, well, I don't have any pictures when my cat was in the hospital, and blah, blah. And they just kept sending me pictures. And I'll share a few. I haven't moved them over out of my phone yet, but I'll share a few. He's a cone head. And then there's like this catheter running through him. And the pictures, he either looks really annoyed, or it's the ketamine that's just making him, you know, kind of woozy. They just want to keep him quiet and calm. I did not, you know, the ketamine thing threw me. It's just wild. I want to share with you, because I don't think I ever did this, but Petey is so cute. And this is Petey when I first got him. He was small. Now he's like 22, 23 pounds. I'll have to ask them at the hospital. This is one of my favorite pictures of him. He was so darling and demure. So that's Petey when he was a kid, when I first brought him home. Such a beautiful, beautiful guy in every way. So he has had nicknames, and now that he's, you know, coming out of this emergency, these are the nicknames. This is my favorite one, George Maine Cooney. That's my favorite nickname for him. And we call him sometimes Petey Boy, Petey Bear, and it goes on and on. But those are a couple of his nicknames. So this vet tech who came in, this giant man, just covered in tattoos, not young, you know, like maybe 45 or something, I don't know. And I mean, such a tough looking guy and so nice. He looked like an ex-gangbanger. So, you know, I get curious about people. I love asking questions. So after we got through a lot of the details, I said, so how long you been doing this work? And he said, over 20 years. So I felt, oh, I'm with a veteran. This guy really knows what he's doing. And then he told me that he has a tuxedo cat at home, a male tuxedo. So then Moses and I sort of built a little rapport there. And I thought that was sweet. So the last thing I'm going to share with you is I really went into shock because the cost of this was mind-blowing. And as many of you know, I had that accident on March 20th and surgery and full-time care, and I was disabled and I didn't work. I didn't even do YouTubes. I didn't see clients. It didn't work. I had no money coming in. I went through my savings, and then I got hit with this weekend, and I just been, flabbergasted. So right now the bill is just under $5,000. And I thought, well, I now have a YouTube channel. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Blue Skies. I'm going to do a GoFundMe because I can't figure a way to get out of all this debt. And, but and I haven't done the GoFundMe page yet. I'm going to do it later today or early tomorrow. I'm very aware that people are on fixed incomes, and everybody's watching their money. People don't know what's coming up, and inflation and blah, blah. So I'm asking for really small amounts that people can do, like $7, $10, $20. So I will put that up, and it will have a link, and anything you can help me with, it's all going to pay these medical expenses, because there might be more. I have to change his diet completely. I have to throw out everything because he has to have a low sodium diet now. That's the thing that's going to keep him healthy again. So I'm just mentioning that to you in advance, so I just don't throw that GoFundMe up there like I am expecting anything. I'm just hoping and wishing. But I didn't want anybody to think, boy, she's entitled. No, I'm just in trouble. That's what's going on. So thank you for your patience. I got so many nice letters from you in my community. People really love him. Even the vet office loves him. So that's it for today. I'll let you know when I get him home. It might be later. Come on, Petey, go ahead and pee in that box, because then I can get you home. He'll be on antibiotics, and it's gonna be a thing. So he's gonna have medicine, he's gonna have new food. All of this is expensive. So that's that for now. And I really appreciated the compassion that you all have shown, because so many people understand. So many people that wrote me have had cats, and male cats, but it can be really serious if it's not caught right away. And luckily, because he and I live together, I notice every little change in him, every little mood, like he does with me. So that had to happen Saturday morning. It was bad. I mean, first of all, he's never hissed at me. He's never cried out in pain. And his midsection like blew up. It was hard as a rock. So that's it for today. Peace and love and gratitude. And I'll let you know later in the community section when he gets home. Still could be tomorrow, but got my fingers crossed. Oh, it's so quiet around here. It's hard. Anyway, thank you again. Peace and blessings. And I will get back to the, the politics and all the things I'm doing. I have something I'm excited about that I'm going to do on Patreon in about 3 weeks. And I'll share that with you. And we'll talk. I am back in business. I am doing the hypnotherapy sessions and all my writing and blah, blah, blah. So you all take care, and many thanks, and I'll talk to you really soon. Okay, bye-bye.